Hi, everyone. I'm here to tell you a little about the amazing program I developed from my years of study, the classes I've taught, and my personal experience from using what I learned. I'm the walking testimony and will show you how to live a mindfully balanced life and how to take charge of the stress in your life. I am Teresa Nelson, also known as Teresa Cloud Eagle, self-care success strategist, mindful stress management coach and consultant, and licensed Am I Hungry Mindful Eating Program facilitator. Let me tell you a little about myself and how I got here. I am the youngest of 6. In our family, we always believed and did things a little differently. But of course, I didn't realize how great that blessing was until I became an adult. Our parents taught me and my sisters and brothers a lot about holistic or mindful living, as it is known now, through our way of life. So when I began this journey as an adult over 30 years ago, I discovered these new concepts weren't new to me. There were just different words being used in that community. But as a young teenager, I intuitively knew there was more to life than what I was experiencing, and I wanted to understand what that was. My desire helped me find the path that would lead to the information I was seeking. What I discovered was enlightening, welcoming, and a little frightening all at the same time. The more I understood, the more I knew I really needed to help others understand and benefit from what I had learned. I wanted people to understand their power and have an opportunity to live a life filled with wholeness and balance. There have been 3 fairly significant incidences that helped me see the benefits of living mindfully. The first happened when I decided to go back to college as an adult. This was also during the early years of learning how to apply the mindful living strategies. So I worked a 9-to-5, was a corporate wife, mother of 2 children, and student all at the same time. One night, as I was studying, I realized I wasn't getting any air into my lungs. My husband and I rushed to the ER. We discovered my body was having an asthmatic response to the stress I had been feeling over those classes and studying. The second happened a number of years later. My body reacted from stress this time by the blood pressure going up. The difference with the second reaction was that I knew so much more about mindfully living, and I knew the steps necessary to make adjustments. The third was only a few years ago when we thought my husband was having a routine surgery. An unexpected infection from the procedure led to an extended hospital stay and a 6-week recovery period at home with me as the primary caregiver. If I hadn't known what I did, the outcome on my health and the well-being of both my husband and I could have been so much different. In spite of the challenges I've had to deal with, my adult life has been amazing. I am no longer tied to what people think, how they behave, or do I go along with the program so I can be liked? I choose how I react to the situations in my life. I've learned not to take things personally. I don't allow drama or my past to dictate how I live my life. I know who I am. I know the power I possess, and I live a life of purpose. I live a life full of health, wholeness, and joy. All because I found the keys to live mindfully. I am grateful I don't look like what I've been through. We have heard that phrase before. I want this for you as well. The Take Charge of Stress webinar is the culmination of those discoveries in bite-sized, digestible pieces. It took me years to discover and understand what I'm going to share with you in a matter of 7 weeks. The Take Charge of Stress program will give you the 7 keys to successfully counteract the weight of life when you feel it trying to take over. Life equals stress. This is not a matter of if, but when. I want you to be prepared and not accept the negativity that life is trying to dish out to you. Don't ignore or downplay stress for fear of being weak, being seen as weak, and not able to handle your business. That just increases the problem and speeds up the effects that stress will have on your body, your mind, your emotions, and ultimately your lifestyle. It's time to stamp the fear out. It's time to stamp the stress out. It's time to step into your power. Join me to find out how these 7 keys can work in your life to create a better outcome for less stress, happiness, and purpose.